Admissions open at Venkateshwaraa Group of Institutions, Puducherry. Sun Pictures Kalanidhi Maran Perumayudan Vazhangum Dhanush இயக்கி நடிக்கும் ராயன் வெற்றி நடை போடுகிறது.
MadRabbit, India's finest audio wearable brand, starting at 999.
I'm gonna really strut my stuff. I'm gonna be dressed up. I'm gonna have the hair. I'm gonna
fancy stuff.
It wasn't Bollywood. This is the story, and this is what I'm trying to do. And you'd be doing something maybe it hasn't quite been done before. What do you think? And I'm like, I think this sounds really interesting. But then you might step into the field and go, ooh, look. And then the ball turns around and gets you in their vision. Yeah. And then it's just pure. That was the image I had in mind. Just, no, genuinely, I have a million examples. Not just him, but my other amazing co-stars, as you know, Parvati, Malavika, Pasupadi, our main kind of incredibly committed, hard-working. But what was consistent through that was that Pa Ranjith works very, 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 very hard. So Pa Ranjith demands that of me and Vikram and Parvati and Malavika and Pasu. He demands that. If that was in the West, they would have gone, they would have put me on a stretcher and they would have taken me off and they'd be like, quick man, are you good? They'd patch me up and...
Did you have any bad injuries during the show?
Yeah.
How do I tell you?
I had a few. No, I cracked some ribs.
To see you in trailer glimpses here and there and to find you in real life, it is very nice because total contrast. You look very different in the picture.
I know. We were just talking about it. Yeah.
So,
very different. Incredibly different.
Yeah. Why is it so? The look is very different. What kind of a role is it?
Right, so when Ranjit and I first spoke, we were talking about the development of the character. This was after I agreed to do the film. And we talked about the...
If I may interrupt.
Yes, go for it. Go on.
Yes.
Yes, you may. Yes, you may. Go on.
Thank you. How did you meet Ranjith sir? How did you happen to meet him?
I hadn't met him. It was just the fact I got a call from my agent saying a very prestigious Indian filmmaker wants to speak to you. So of course, as I've said to everyone, it's like, is that Bollywood? Like thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna really strut my stuff. I'm gonna be dressed up. I'm gonna have the hair. I'm gonna
fancy stuff.
It wasn't Bollywood. There was no Bollywood involved. I said, yeah, of course, I'd love to. I mean, I've had experiences bizarrely with Indian directors before, but not Indian productions. I've had Indian directors do an American film, 2 American films I was in. So I spoke to him and we spoke a long time. His thing was that he had an idea that he wanted to do something different. He didn't want this cliche English performance or any old English actor you get from the street. Just stand there and look like an imperialist and hit some Indian villager. And he was like, you're going to be a parallel lead to this actor called Vikram. And I was like, okay, Vikram, all right. Okay. At that time, I didn't know. And he said, this is the story, and this is what I'm trying to do. And you'd be doing something maybe it hasn't quite been done before. What do you think? And I'm like, I think this sounds really interesting. But obviously, I read up about it. I said, look, I just want to go away and work out who you are and who Vikram is. Yeah. So the moment I watched, the first film of Pa Ranjiths, I was like, oh wow, mind blown. This guy is different. Yeah. And people have been talking to me about Tamil cinema, not talking to me at that point, but after that, people have been started talking to me about, look, Tamil cinema has got this new vibe. It's fresh. It's raw. It's got this visceral energy about it, and because I was trying to kind of ascertain what this was I was going into. But I saw Pa Ranjith's film, Sapata, first time. I was blown away. Had a very Western kind of sensibility, a bit sprightly, a bit slightly Tarantino. And I thought, this filmmaker's really interesting, right? Then I saw Vikram, right? And I thought, okay, I was expecting this kind of, I don't know, Indian style with the thing and the shirt undone to here in the film, one of the... And what I saw instead was this amazing, committed, transformative type of actor that just blew me away. Even on that, they sent me this kind of like a showreel thing.
Okay.
And I was like, who is this guy?
Mhm.
He's like, I've not seen an actor like that before coming out of India. So I was like, I spoke to Ranjith and I was like, yeah, I'm sold. I'll come and do this movie for you. And I didn't need to know anymore. I was just intrigued and I liked his style. I liked this Vikram actor. But then when I got on set, it all solidified because my relationship with Vikram very quickly became symbiotic. I don't know. I can't explain it. I've tried to explain this all day today. I have a bit of an understanding with Vikram. We just understand each other. We work really well together. He's this caring, giving, generous. There's no many words I could use to describe him.
Mhm.
He's incredible. I loved working with this man. I'd work with him in a heartbeat again. He's my brother.
Wow.
Spent a long time with him, and he's amazing. And Pa Ranjith as well. So to answer your question, after we did that, I agreed. Then Pa Ranjith's like, right, let's talk about the character. And I said, well, what are you looking for? And he said, I want different, you might see a certain element of Clement, but you've got to bring those levels, so, there's different subtle levels. He's not your archetypal English imperialist. He's a bit of an outsider.
Mhm.
He's in that class system, but he's a bit of an outsider, which makes him different. So he's been, like everyone in this society, in this particular society that Ranjith is highlighting, he's been dealt a bad hand in life. So it's a fascinating character. So I need you to be able to explore all those levels. So I was like, yes, thank you. So and then he said to me, going back to the weight,
Yeah.
let's give him that gravitas. And he'd said it. He'd said that. He didn't say about putting weight on, I don't think, but we might have done. But the point is, I remember having in mind this image of Clement, that he was very much grounded and he was like an animal, an absolute animal.
Mhm.
But almost like he was like a bull
Okay.
that is very calm. When you see a bull in the field,
Yeah.
have you noticed how they'll just be standing there very calm? But then you might step into the field and go, "Ooh, look!" And then the bull turns around and gets you in their vision,
Yeah.
and then it's just pure. That was the image I had in mind. Just that to be kind of like very present. And
Okay.
I don't know if I succeeded.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not sure
did.
if I succeeded.
You did.
I'm not sure, but we'll see.
Yeah. So as you said, you were like in the initial time you did not know much about our Vikram sir, and then you gradually became brothers. So that's very nice to hear. So we've always known about Vikram sir, about his dedication, about his hard work, and how he commits himself to a project and all that. But in the set, obviously, we've heard from other co-actors that it was scorching sun, it was extreme bad weather that you had to shoot the entire project.
Oh yes.
So amidst all these difficult situations, what did you admire so much in our Chiyaan Vikram sir? What was like, wow, dedication or anything to this level, something that, some incident that could have made you thought that way?
Yeah, I could talk to you all day about it. I mean, no, genuinely, I have a million examples. Not just him, but my other amazing co-stars, as you know, Parvati, Malavika, Pasupadi, our main kind of incredibly committed, hardworking. And that's all on Ranjith. Ranjith hired specific actors. He didn't just choose randomly.
Yeah, exactly.
He wanted us all to kind of just this gel.
Yeah.
And he just chose us in such a way that we had this way of working together, which was easy. And it had to be easy because the work was so hard. The environment was so hard. So there'll be time, just remember over a long period of time, you're going through all the Indian seasons. So one minute I was really hot, then I was in a different environment in maybe higher up in the mountain. Everyone was cold. Then it was like really dry. Then it was really wet. And you're like, oh my God, it didn't end. But what was consistent through that was that Pa Ranjith works very, 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 very hard.
Okay.
So Pa Ranjith demands that of me and Vikram and Parvati and Malavika and Pasu. He demands that, right? So if it is really hot and it's 40 something degrees, or it's really humid and we can't breathe, or it's 4 o'clock in the morning and there's this guy with a hose with cold water going, spraying us with cold water because, or there's a rain machine, you know, like, and then the wind picks up and the temperature drops and now we're freezing. That Ranjith says, do not take your foot off the pedal. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter how you feel, just keep punching through. And Vikram is a person that really sets the standard for commitment and just punching through the pain. Him and I, the amount of things we had to just keep going, and we were both injured. We had to keep going and going and go. If that was in the West, right, they would have gone, they would have put me on a stretcher and they'd have taken me off and they'd be like, oh, quick, man. Are you good? You know, they'd patch me up and
they'll take care of you like a baby.
like they would have been like, you know, a beautiful soft blanket on me and, you know, are you okay? But we didn't have that. It was like, I'm not going to tell you my injuries, but they were extended. I remember one point going, I think that's not going to work. That part of my body's not going to work for a while. But we were halfway through shooting, so I had to carry on. But that's what we all did. You know, everyone got injured. I mean, all the cast got injured in one way or another. So, but yeah, Vikram is a special actor. I would make a statement now. I don't think this is too much of a statement to make that he's one of the best actors in India. Wow. It's not just Chennai, Tamil Nadu. He is one of the best actors in India. Let's be honest, man. Yeah. He's your guy. He represents this region and he does it so well. He's just amazing. So
you are a person who's been doing a lot of films in the West.
Yeah.
It's not new to you. Yeah. But doing a film in Tamil, a subject like this must be very new. So what difference? Filmmaking is filmmaking, obviously, but the way they approach, the way everything is done is obviously different, right? The treatment towards how each directors treat their project is different. How they extract work from you is different. Yeah. So how different is it to you personally working in your English films and in our Thangalaan? How is it?
There are basic similarities. Like there's crew and there's cameras and there's actors. Well, we all share that in common, right? Okay. But everything else, I mean, culturally, and it kind of highlights what I was just saying just now. So there's an expectation about how far are you willing to push it. We'll cut corners in the West sometimes. It'll be like, oh no, we'll get the stunt guys in to do that bit. And you're like, but I can do this. And no. I think, look, there's some, don't get me wrong, it's going to sound like I'll keep putting down the Western filmmaking. There's some amazing filmmakers amazing, and I've been lucky to work with them. But what the difference here is, I think there's a phenomenal amount of respect for artists here in Tamil Nadu, especially. The respect that I saw for Pa Ranjith from people on the street, the artists he's working with, the crew, for Vikram, for everyone, all of them, Parvati and Pasul, Malavika, was extraordinary. They really appreciate your artistry. Exactly. You have that to an extent in the West, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It's more like you're famous. Do you see what I mean? It's that, and it's not necessarily the same here. Like when I meet fans of Vikram, they'll be like, do you see how good an actor he is? Do you see how transformative he is? And like he can do all these different things. So they really are aware of what he does. On set, the crews were so amazing to me. It wasn't just a case of like, oh, you're another actor coming in. It was really kind of like, how can we help you? How can we make your stay here comfortable? You became one among them. Yeah. Not because of me, because of them. Okay. Because they brought me in and then I felt like they were my extended family, and So I will forever and a day appreciate that. I will appreciate how all my fellow actors made me feel, just how they made me laugh every day. And that we would have the craziest moments at the most horrible time. And like, we would just look at each other and maybe Pastor Paddy would say something that was just so funny, or Vikram, who's incredibly funny, would say something which would break the tiredness or the. So everyone worked like a team. We worked like a team always. I think if you put these hard conditions in the West, like these conditions on Thangalaan, I can't sit here and look you in the eye and tell you that it would go down well. Not for the whole year, anyway. I don't think it would go down well. There's specific countries I can think of where actors would be on their phone to their agents going, "Get me out of here. I can't do this." I could pretty much guess which actors would just would not come anywhere near this. So I think that's why Ranjith was nervous at the beginning hiring me, because he was taking a gamble. Was I going to be the right actor to do this? And I hope I am. I hope, because I haven't seen the film yet. Okay. I hope.
We believe that you would have done an amazing job.
Well, let's just wait till August the 15th. Let's just wait. We'll just touch wood. There's a lot of wood here. Yeah, but I will. What he gave me all these amazing actors to work with, and commitment and dedication. My God, everyone was so. You never heard anyone like say, "Oh, it's too hot or too cold." Or never.
So, did you have any particular stunt scene, or did you have? Is that a question?
Is that a question? Like, which one? which stunt scene was it? It was mad. We had this amazing stunt coordinator called Stunner Sam. Is his nickname Stunner Sam because he's a good-looking guy. Stunner Sam. Love you, Stunner Sam. So he'd come on with his team. These stunt guys were phenomenal. These guys could do anything, right? But what was apparent to me was, having spent years in the West not being allowed to do hardly any stunts.
You had dupes performing it.
Now they were like, "Oh, we're here to teach you how to do the stunt." And you're like, "Huh? What? You said that again?" And they're like, No. So it's simple. This is really simple stuff. So you see that hill? You're going to start at the top and you're going to roll down it. And when you get up, you're going to go to battle, and all these people are going to attack you. And you're like, okay. And then you're going to roll over here and you're going to flip that way. You're going to flip that way. And then you're going to hit that one, and that one's going to flip over your back. And then you're going to flip over their back. And you're just going to and you're like, this is about 15 minutes long. Are you serious? And they're like, yeah, don't worry. We've got you. So the stunt guys would do it. Vikram and I would watch it. And Vikram is amazing. By the way, you've seen Vikram. Vikram is now like so accustomed and acclimatized to doing stunts. So he could watch something really fast and take it in. So you would just have a rough feel for it, and then they would get you in there straight away. Right, go. Just do it. And it doesn't matter if you make a mistake, we'll go again. So you were there. You had to do it. That was it. But when it got to really insane levels, that point the stunt guys might step in and say, right, everyone move, because they had that technical ability to be able to, whatever it might be, do. But I was blown away by
the stunts.
that kind of, you're going to do this now. So we'll see. I hope it conveys, because sometimes you'll do a stunt and you think, oh man, the audience are going to love me doing this. And then when you see it on cinema, you go, it doesn't look as impressive as it was on the day for some reason. So I'm hoping on this, because considering all the injuries I picked up, that it all paid off and that it's going to be worth it in the end. But
did you have any bad injuries during the show?
Yeah.
How do I tell you?
I had a few. No, I cracked some ribs and
what?
I did. Yeah, we all. Don't even go there. I had a few times I had blood running down. I remember one time I felt wet down my back, and I was like, there's a lot of sweat down there. And I went like that, and it was blood. I'd cut myself here, and then blood running down my leg. I had my thumb got pulled out. I even think about it now. That got pushed back in. What else? There was quite a lot. A long list.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not going to get into it, but yeah.
So much pain.
Yeah, a lot of pain.
So much sweat and toil and pain into the film.
Yeah, it was. But, from the clips I've seen, bear in mind I've not seen the film. From what I've seen and from what you guys have seen, you can see it, right? Can you see that? I can feel it. I can feel that energy when you see those fight scenes. Yeah. You can feel that kind of sense of like engagement. Yeah, the
gushing energy and everything is so good.
You can see it, right? Yeah, okay.
Exactly. We're all waiting for August 15th, Thangalaan, and so are you, because you haven't watched it yet, right?
Me too. I purposely don't want to see it until August the 15th because I wanted to see it fresh with everyone. The other actors are pretty much the same. They want to see it fresh, and we want to see it together as a team because the blood, sweat, and tears. we want to just experience this together.
Okay, all the very best for Thangalaan, and please do a lot of films in Tamil industry because I think we'd love to have you.
Oh, thank you so much. That's not my choice, but thank you. Do you hear what you heard? What she said? You heard what she said? Yes, I would love to. I mean, look, Pa Ranjith knows that I'd work with him again in a heartbeat. I've told Vikram a million times I want to do another film with him. Okay. A very different film. This time I'm thinking no dust, no rain, no cold, no heat.
No scorching sun.
Maybe in the city somewhere, just kind of like...
A little posh and...
A buddy movie, like a
movie.
A city movie, that.
Okay.
It was so lovely to meet you.
Same here. It was amazing to talk to you and share experiences of Thangalaan.
Thank you.
It just boomed the hype to another level. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Admissions open at Venkateshwaraa Group of Institutions, Puducherry. Sun Pictures Kalanidhi Maran பெருமையுடன் வழங்கும் தனுஷ் இயக்கி நடிக்கும் ராயன் வெற்றி நடை போடுகிறது.
MadRabbit, India's finest audio wearable brand, starting at 999.